Today, I would like to talk to you about a concept we have with Discovery Toys called layers of learning. And what that means is essentially we're expanding the age range of the age that you can use the toy. So I'm always one for less toys that do more, right? You want less toys for your children, your grandchildren that do more things. And that's what our layers of learning is all about. You can take one product and you can use it over multiple age ranges. And several of our products have pamphlets in them that show you like easier ways to play it and then how you can advance it and then more complex ways to play with it. And I'm going to demonstrate that to you with our Measure Up cups. So our Measure Up cups is a set of 12 nesting cups. As you can see here, they all nest together and they create like a nice pattern. And all of our toys too are really just the primary colors. We don't have any that are specific to a certain gender, so any child can play with it. So when the child is younger, you can see here there's 12 of them, and they're an infant, they're just probably going to take these out and bang them together. Maybe they'll chew on the edges of them. They have a nice rigidy edge here, and maybe just examine the colors. Then maybe they'll even start sorting them out by color. Maybe they'll want to start stacking them, and then maybe they want to stack them by color. So then they can sort them out by color. They can also stack them however they want. So for example, if I stack them like this or like this, they're still going to stack because of the way that they were designed. So lots of different ways for stacking. And then when they get older, they can use the bottom of the cup for pressing into Play-Doh or clay or dough. You see here we have animals on the bottom of each of the cups. So you can see here, here's a little lion, and here's a seal. And the animal size is proportionate to the size of the cup. So the bigger the cup, the bigger the animal. So our smallest cup has a little butterfly on it, and our largest cup has the whale because that's the largest animal. So this you can teach the child about size relation. So for example, they might not know that a 6, for example, let me get my 11 out here, that a 6 is smaller than an 11. Actually, I have a 5 here, sorry, that a 5 is smaller than an 11, but they do know that a kitty is smaller than an elephant. So now they're learning about size relation based on the cup size. Also inside the cup is the number and the little dots around it. You can see that here. You can see the number 6 is inside here. Then there's 6 dots. You can kind of tactile, you can feel the 6 dots around it. I really like these for stamping into Play-Doh or clay as well. So I got a little piece of Play-Doh here. Let me find one of my cups, get the little kitty and press it into the dough. And you can see it makes a nice impression of that little kitty, so they can do all of the different animals and talk about the animals, the sounds that they make, etc. Okay, then when the child gets older, you might have noticed that the front of the cup here has a clock face on it. So you can see here's the number 12, and it's also written in English, French, and Spanish. So you can see that the different languages here, so you can actually teach about the 3 different languages. And then you might notice that the number 7 cup has 7 dots. Sorry, it's going to try to focus in here, get this a little bit blurry, but it has dots that go from 1 o'clock over to 7 o'clock. So then they can count the dots and then correlate that to the number. So the number is the number 7. And I like to take these and put them in the clock face on the floor. So from 1 o'clock, all the way to 12 o'clock in a circle. And then just take like 2 pencils or rulers or whatever you have and use them for the hands of the clock and teach time telling that way in 3D, because some children learn better in 3D. Okay, and then when they get even older, you can use these cups for math when they get into school. These cups are what we call volumetrically accurate. So I can take the number 6 cup, for example, and the number 12 cup, and if I fill up my number 6 cup twice with like rice or water or sand, it'll fit perfectly into the 12 cup because 6 plus 6 is 12. I can also take the 5 cup and the 7 cup and fill up my 12. So you can see how you can use them for math. You can also learn some simple multiplication with it too. So I could take my number 9 cup, for example, and my number 3 cup, and I could have the child fill up, ask them how many sets of 3 will fill up my 9. And so 3 sets of 3 will fill up my 9, so 3 times 3 is 9, so they can also learn some simple multiplication. So as you can see here, we have one set of cups that you can use from infant all the way through the school years, which really is a great value for your money. And that's what we call our layers of learning, where you can use it over multiple ages. Also, I have created a brochure just from ideas from all of you that have purchased these cups, and it's got several ideas in here on how to use the cups, different ideas than you'll find in the pamphlet that's enclosed with it. So if any of you purchase these or have purchased them and you'd like a copy of this, just let me know and I can certainly email it to you and you can just print it out. So I hope you all learned something new today about our layers of learning and about our Measure Up cups.